What should we start with? Bum, 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 bum. Well, hello, everybody. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to Highly Motivated. You know, I'd like to start the show off tonight by letting you know about my mood, letting you know about my energy. Before starting the show, I was mentioning I don't have the energy. I don't have the drive right now. I just got home. I just literally ran every night that I'm doing the show on a Friday night. If I've got the availability, I'm just running into the house. I just parked the car, just grabbed everything. I'm running. I'm like, okay, I got to do it. Nobody talked to me. I got to go by. But heavy on my feet, heavy on my shoulders. My legs are burning right now. Like it's my fibromyalgia on my left side, and I can feel it in my left leg. It's like a burning and an electrical pain at the same time because I've been driving all day and the leg has been sitting and not moving. I just came a couple of hours I was driving today. So I just got back to the house and I just feel heavy. The sun was hot. I mean, all day. The sun was beating down on me and really, really taking whatever energy I had. And I was trying. I've been fighting the sun all day. I've been pushing it aside, and then the rain came and the intense humidity sucked out whatever energy I had left. So coming home right now to do the show, I was dragging out of the car. I was walking slow. I mean, I'm running and I'm walking at the same time. I don't know how you could do that, but I could do it. And that's what I was doing. And I'm walking up this way. And I'm like, I'm just exhausted. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. So I said on the show, I need to change that energy. So right before starting the show, I sat down just for the moment. I sat down here and I breathed in. I took a moment just to listen to what's around me. I brought that energy in. And I just centered myself for a moment. And that gave me just a hair of energy. It gave me some hope that I'm going to get a second wind, an 11th wind, a 100th wind today, a new wind of energy. So starting highly motivated today, I was actually really excited to change my energy and change my mood live with you on the show. So, what is highly motivated? Highly motivated is a virtual smoke session. It's a time for us to get together, to chit chat, to smoke, to have a virtual toki toki. That's what this is. And the conversation this evening, it's going to be interesting because we're going to be talking about intention. We're going to be talking about changing the frequency and the vibe from our personal pond. We're going to be talking about manifesting and creating the weekend ahead of you and the weekend that you want. We're also going to be talking about some events that are coming up here in Florida this weekend. But before I go on and on and on and on and talk forever, what are we here to do? We're here to smoke. And this is Mule Fuel from Goldflower. Take a look at that nice and close. Isn't that beautiful? That is a vegetable paper. So this paper is actually made dun, 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 with a vegetable. So it's when you're burning the flower, you're actually tasting all that the flower has to offer. You're not tasting the paper. You're not tasting anything else that's really interfering with it. You're tasting the flower directly. As long as you keep the cherry small. The larger the cherry, the more it starts to burn those cannabinoids, and it's going to burn off anything beneficial. So let me light this up for all of you. And again, welcome to the show. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to use cannabis. We're all the same under the leaf. So coming to the show is just a place for us all to chit chat. This is just a place for us to talk, for us to hang out, because that's what we used to do. We used to get together. We used to hang out. We used to talk about what's going on in the world. We talk about our energies and our mood, and we'd pump each other up. We'd be a shoulder to cry on or to listen or to motivate. So highly motivated, the show you've just stumbled upon, available on the Facebook, on the YouTube, on the Twitchy, and on the Linky. Also available in other places afterwards when it's restreamed for podcast. But it's a virtual smoke sesh. Just a time for us to get together and really no intention to talk about anything. No long-term intention to talk about anything, because we will talk about whatever comes to mind. We will talk about whatever comes to the table. I'm not supposed to be drinking soda. I'm supposed to be giving up sugar in my life. And you know how that's going? Awful. I'm having so much trouble giving up sugar. I just can't. I love everything sweet. I think I would make everything in my food sweet all the time. Like just I would just nonstop eat brownies and chocolates and cookies and ice cream if I could get away with it on a healthy way. Like healthy wise, if I could get away with doing that all the time, I would probably swim in chocolate if it was like socially acceptable. Actually, I think in Germany or in Belgium or wherever that might be, they have a hotel where you can swim in chocolate, where you're bathed in chocolate. I look forward to this as one day. One day. Also, there's a thing where you can swim or you get bathed in beer. You take a bath in beer or you take a swim in a pool of beer. I really don't drink. I mean, I had a little bit of wine, sitting over there as soon as ran into the house. I'm like, I took a little sip. I'm like, what is that? That's lovely. What are you drinking? But I don't drink. Alcohol's not my pleasure. But this is right here. Look at that beautiful hooter I've rolled this evening. Isn't that gorgeous? And with those see-through papers, you get to really see what's going on inside the joint. Recently, I just did a pre-roll competition. Let me, I know. 6 minutes in, almost 7 minutes. I haven't even lit this thing up yet. So the smaller these get, the harder they are to stay lit. And the second I light this up, then the dogs start to bark. But here we are, Friday night on our 8 o'clock show, our Friday night get together smoke session. A little twist and a toke. And that's what we've got going on tonight. As the sun goes down, and it's actually going down over there, but sometimes we get some really beautiful rays of final light, right over here in this area. When there's clouds, then it will usually reflect the sun as it goes down over that way. So sometimes we have to take a moment and enjoy our scenarios, enjoy our surrounding, enjoy ourselves, and trust in ourselves and be strong. And I say that because we're going to talk about intention tonight, living with intention. In order for you to make every movement with intention, with thought behind it, every word with thought and understanding and the proper direction that you want to go in. Because not, instead of just willy-nilly saying something or willy-nilly doing something, I mean, I live by the seat of my pants, but with intention. So you have to trust in yourself a little bit. You have to know yourself just a little bit, not a lot. You don't have to be like, oh, what if I don't know who I am? What if I don't know what I'm capable of? What if I just don't know me? Maybe you need to take a moment and learn who you are, learn what you're capable of. And sometimes struggle and pressure and stress can test a person. It can test a person and I guess make you realize what you're capable of, make you realize what you can do. But we shouldn't necessarily have to test ourselves in order to, I don't know, in order to see what we're capable of. And we should understand what we do. We should understand what we're capable of and what anyways, I'm rambling on. I'm here to change my mood. I'm here to change my energy as well. So right now I'm smoking mule fuel from Goldflower in this big monster hootie hooter. Mm. I would have to say this is at least 2.5 grams, maybe a 2 gram joint. Maybe there's like a 2.5 gram joint, something like that. And thank you for joining me on a Friday night. Tonight, we're talking about intention, doing things with intention, healing the world with intention, healing people with intention. And I mean, healing people as in their mind, their mood, their energy. I think we're all responsible for the energy of the people around us. When we have the opportunity to change that energy, when we have the opportunity to influence that energy, we are responsible for that energy. We are responsible for helping change it, helping mold it, helping shape it. I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot to put on somebody. And I don't want to put that pressure on you. Actually, all I really want to do is get this lit properly. So again, this is Mule Fuel. It's a hybrid leaning sativa. It is delicious. I mean, full of terps right now. I taste so many things on the back of my tongue right now, and it's so smooth. That's what I love about it. You don't have to cough. See, something like this, if it was a lot of different flour out there in the market, it would probably make me cough. But this is so smooth every time I take a hit. It's because it's been cured right, it's been dried right, and it's organic. That means nothing really had to be flushed out of it. Nothing has to be masked or covered up in this flour. So recently, I was doing a pre-roll competition for the state of Florida here for the medical market, and I was only doing 1 gram pre-rolls. So if the company wasn't included, it was either because they didn't offer 1 grams, or maybe they ran out of 1 grams, or I didn't quite make it to them. There was one company, Sunburn, I didn't make it to them. Every time I tried to, either they were just too far from me or out of my way and I was taking a different direction. But it just worked out that way where I just didn't pick them up. But I did pick up 10 others. Wow. That's a lot of smoke. That's a serious hit just now. It is hot out here. So it is, what is it? Friday, 8:10ish, 8:11. The temperature out here has got to be in the high 80s, low 90s. Humidity at, I don't know, 8,000%, because that's Florida. It's always hot. Oh, wow. I've got a fan over here on me just to help try to keep the bugs away and to keep down the temperature of this insane heat wave that we're constantly going through. And you'd think during the day there's a break, there isn't. You'd think there's a breeze, there isn't. As you see, the trees behind me are perfectly still because there is no breeze, there is no air. It's very hard to breathe out here. And it feels very heavy. When I got home, I mean, after driving all day and having the sun and that humidity and then the rain and the weather suck all that energy out of you, I opened the door to the truck. Now, I had AC running the whole time. I opened the door of the truck and I got out, and all of a sudden it just all hit me again. Because I've been driving for like the last 2.5 hours to get home to make it here for the show. And I opened the door and I haven't been walking, I haven't moved. Opened the door and the heat just hit me. And I was like, no, I have no energy. Oh, I have nothing left in me. So how did I do it? How did I pull enough together to get here on the show? Because I didn't want to let you down. I did not want to leave you without a smoke session tonight. I didn't want to leave you without our digital get together, our digital hanging out. Look, I thought about that. I'm like, Oren, muster up a little more energy. You've got this. You could do it. Come on. And as I heard myself say that, I'm like, okay, I can. I'm up, I'm walking around. I'm walking around, I'm fine. I dropped all my stuff off. I took a little sip out of Angie's wine. I came running around this way, grabbed my Dr. Pepper, grabbed, the big old hooter that I rolled earlier, and came running out this way, set everything up, and I sat down, and I was like, I'm exhausted. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I'm looking at the screen before going live, and I'm about to press live, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I can't. But then I'm like, but maybe I can. Maybe I can. Why am I saying I can't? By saying I can't, I was creating and manifesting that. I was creating and manifesting the negative energy. And that's not what I wanted tonight to be about. I didn't want tonight to be about my negative energy creating or manifesting anything. And I stopped saying I can't. I just stared at myself. And as I did that, I picked myself up. I put my shoulders back. I took that deep breath that I told you about. I sucked in all the energy of the area around me. I looked around. I listened. And I breathed out. And I realized I have more energy than I realize. I realized that I have more energy than I was allowing. So I opened myself up to release and use more energy. And I felt it. I felt a little oomph, just enough. And I started live. And here we are. And I'm hanging on by a thread. I feel it. I'm energetic right now. I'm full of it. Oh, there is a chat. Let's see what's chatty. Oh, shit, there's a lot of chats. Nice backyard. Thank you very much. Whisker Lickens, my beer tonight. Yeah, that Whisker Lickens is a lovely indica. Sorry I didn't see all this. And, oh, let me see. And then I let it go out. See, there were chats and I did not even know. I feel ashamed. Okay, we don't know what we're capable of until we're tested. I don't think we can handle one more thing. But and see, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be that we are tested. Like earlier I mentioned, we don't know what we're capable of until we're tested, or until we brought to that point where we don't think we can go any further, but we go further. We don't think we could be brought that low, and then we just keep going. We have to believe in ourselves before that. My new flavor tomorrow, you're getting the mule fuel. Wow. And that's fantastic. That's what this is. So I have to tell you, while smoking tonight, the mule fuel, I'm feeling a little more energetic. I'm feeling, but not racy, but more intention for enthusiastic energy. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know really what to call it. I'm Look, I preach sativas, and I'll tell you why right now. And let's talk sativas. That's a great thing. And we're going to talk intention. But in that, let me just, I have notes. See, to be fair, I brought notes. To be fair. So the thing is, a lot of people are afraid of sativas. They're afraid of sativas because they're afraid of that raciness. They're afraid it's gonna make them paranoid and worsen their situation. Some people feel that sativas can give them hypermesis syndrome, where cannabis makes you nauseous and dizzy and sick. But I think that's stress and pressure that does that to you. I think stress and pressure getting into your blood change the flow of everything. Remember, at the beginning of the show, I was telling myself, even before I started, I can't. And I kept saying, I was saying it out loud, like, I can't. I just can't. I just can't. And I said it, and then I looked at myself, and I was like, no, I can. I can. I can. And I felt that right there. I mean, right there, I was already, I can. Not can't, can. Yes. And there's so much more energy in that word. There's so much more intention in that word. So, what is living with intention? So, it means making conscious choices that align with your values, your goals, your purpose. It's about being mindful of how we spend our time, our energy, and our resources. Being mindful of these things. And by being mindful of these things, we create an opportunity for more thoughtful energy, more thoughtful feelings, more thoughtful intention. Look, why living with intention matters. I mean, especially in a fast-paced world where we are filled with distractions that help keep, we're on autopilot all the time. Oh, hey! We are on autopilot all the time. And everything is fast-paced. We're always looking at our phones, and it's constant boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we don't see anything even right next to us. So in that's the reason I think we need to live with intention. On the last show, I was mentioning how we need to change our frequency. We need to change our energy. We need to change our energy and help others change their energy. We need to push out a better frequency so that we can help change the world. But we don't know how to do it. We don't know how to do it because we have to approach first ourselves. We have to, with intention, change our mood, change our attitude, change our direction. And in that, then we could begin helping others and changing their direction, creating positivity and enthusiasm and energy in the right direction. with intention. So again, I was just saying, why is it so important? So what is the importance of living with intention? Why does it matter? It matters because we're too much on autopilot. It matters because we are easily distracted. Look, to live with intention, it helps us to avoid the autopilot mode. It helps to ensure our actions lead to more purpose, more fulfillment. Mm. Look, like I said, words mean everything. I was just watching something the other day how water has memory, and specific words can alter the shape of water. So negative words negatively shaped water. Positive words positively shaped water. And it was how they were said. It was in the intention that they were given. So words have power. Actions have power. And I think we need to be, so I think last podcast I was mentioning that we need to be maybe more mindful of the words we use, the actions we take, the energy that we express. And so right over here, I mean, negative self-talk and minimizing words can suck you dry. Let me put it up here so everybody can see that. And find your happy place and passion. That applies to so many things. I apply that to work. For me, work is a happy place. It's a passion because I do love cannabis, but I love people and I love healing and I love good energy and happiness energy. When I say that, I meet people all the time that are down in the dumps, they're negative. And so if I can be part of bringing their energy up, if I can be part of changing the world around them in a positive direction, bingo, that's what I want. That's my, what's the word am I looking for here? People always ask, what do you want? What do you get out of it? That's what I get out of it. That's what I get out of it. Look, for me, it used to be money, and it used to be fame and cars and clothing and women. It used to be. And then I realized it was about none of that. And it was about people and energy and love and kindness and understanding and giving of yourself everywhere and anywhere you can. It's not about personal possessions because what you have is nothing. It's all gone one day. What you can give is everything. How you can help is everything. And it's even in the smallest of ways that you can help that it makes monumental changes. It makes blowing off the bugs that are collecting. Yo! Little itsy bitsy bugs out of nowhere just attacking me like ninjas. It's about what you can give. So it's about what you can give, not what you get. And what you get, you're going to get back. As much as you give, you get back. As much kindness and goodness that you put out there. If you put it out there just to put it out there, you put it out there just because it comes back. You put it out with intention, the intention to help, the intention to just be a good person, just to be kind. Because I say approach the day every day with 10% more kindness. So it's doing things with intention. Wow, that's a big one. You gotta be careful. Some of them are like stink bugs. And if you touch them, they stink really bad, like super bad. Okay. Mm, mm. Maybe more smoke to go away or more cum. But definitely negative energy brings negative energy. Positive energy brings positive energy. So when I talk about our little puddle, you've got to be able to send out energy from your little puddle. You've got to be able to send out goodness and kindness without wanting something back, but it comes back. So, and then I see over here, let me see all the way, see all 3 hours. LOL, need to go greens, go greens. Have a plan to fail. Fail forward and influence others as you enter your happy spot. You know, I don't even know if it's about having a plan to fail. Don't plan to fail. I mean, maybe because when I go gambling, I plan to lose money. I don't plan to win. I don't think I'm going to walk out of there with money. Instead, hey, fair. Okay. I never think I'm going to win. So I have the mindset that I'm going to lose. So if I break even, or if I win even a little bit, I'm so happy. I'm like, I've won. I've done great things. How much have you won? Oh no, I'm only up by like $10, but it feels good. It feels good. And if it feels good, that's winning. If it feels good, enjoy it. Enjoy the win because you went to play a game. You went to have fun and express your energy. You went to be part of something, an adventure, a journey, an excitement that you can watch other people and feel their excitement when they win or feel their loss when they lose. And is that a mean thing to feel their loss? No, be part of them. Be part of all of it. Be part of the background and the foreground. Be in the middle of it and feel that energy. That's the excitement of life. And it's not just gambling, it's everything. It's everything. Everything. Be part of that moment. Live that moment. Suck in that energy. Okay, let me see what's going on. Have a plan to fail. You found your why and you're sharing. You come in contact. Okay, but that's the thing. We all need to realize our gift. We all need to realize why we're here. Now, I know that's easier said than done. And I've done a million things in my life for work before I found what made me happy. But even when I found what made me happy, when I was out of work, I still had to work. I still had to provide. I still had responsibilities. So, if I wasn't in cannabis, maybe I would be teaching in some degree or another, or I've done handyman work, home construction. Um, I'm a computer expert. I write programs, and I can design programs pretty much around anything. I'm a marketing guy. I can market anything. I could sell cars, phones, watches, houses, real estate. I could do anything. And I can find happiness within that. But I love cannabis. I love the healing of people. It's not just cannabis I like. I love the combination. See, to me, cannabis is about the combination. It's not just about cannabis. It's about the people and the community and the coming together of everybody. For example, sativas. I know I swung it all the way around and brought it back to sativas. People are afraid of sativas. They're afraid of them because how it might make them feel until they can meet somebody who understands sativas and understand terpenes and understands how different strains can shape you in different ways to help with your pain, to help with you not being able to sleep. You're like, but a sativa. I'm like, a sativa. How sativas can help regulate your blood sugar. Or, by the way, I want to let you know, while we've been sitting here chit-chatting and I've been smoking on this mule fuel, okay, while I've been smoking on some mule fuel over here, the pain in my leg is gone. That electric burning that I've been dealing with for, I'd say it went away like 5 to 8 minutes ago. It was completely gone. So for 20 minutes, I was kind of dealing with it while smoking, but then it was going away at the same time. And while it was going away, I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, I'm already feeling better. I'm already feeling better. And that feels great. So here on the show, by the way, live, I came to the show with no energy. I came to the show with struggle. Bugs. Oh my God, so many. I came with struggle today, mentally, physically. I actually felt the weight of the world on me. And I'll tell you also why, because there was a lot of different stress that I was dealing with. While working, while running around, while driving, while doing all these things that I was doing today, I was also finishing my video. The second part two, you might find it on different places. You have to look for it. Part two of the pre-roll challenge. And that video, to get it finished and to get it out to everybody. So there was one where you see the winners and you kind of see a fun representation of how I did it. And then the second one that gives you a closer look at the testing and the judging and all the different things that had gone into it. So with our winner, Goldflower being the best, and then number 2, Jungle Boys, number 3, Flowery, that's the top 3. That's all that's really important. Number 4 was Cookies. So there you go. That's your top 4. And below that, all those people belong in the bottom. I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to be mean. but the quality that I saw, most of the all the pre, except for three, two or three, really, two, but except for two, I would say 8 of the pre rolls were almost like sand. They were ground down so low, and then with the magnification on them, 2 of them, I saw stems. I saw I saw stems, ground down stem, but with the magnification, I saw stem on 2 of them specifically. So the quality that these companies are putting into their pre rolls, most of them is crap. And I'm so glad that the top 1 and 2, Goldflower and Jungle Boys, really their product was lovely. And here's what made them both stand out. And I just want to say it, and then I'm going to go back to talking about intention. I want to talk about changing the energy and finding your why. Because when I said I can sell houses or I can sell cars, I could do fucking everything because I can be happy doing it, creating my happiness in everything that I do. It's not just cannabis that makes me happy, it's people. So if I'm selling cars, I'm dealing with people. If I'm fixing computers or writing programs, I'm still going to deal with people. If I'm a teacher, I'm dealing with people. No matter what, I will make sure I'm right there. But in that, you find your why. You find the exact thing that makes you happy, the exact thing that brings you all together. And what is it? Sometimes it's a community. Sometimes it's a specific job, or it's a boss, or it's a opportunity. For example, mm, mm, my son, one of my twins, Golan, he works at Dunkin', and he makes incredible drink concoctions that people come from all over to have from him. And so I said, well, why don't you start a YouTube? Why don't you show your drink concoctions and how they can be made, and people can pick them up all over the world, but they come to your YouTube channel and learn how to, it's like the Mothman, a mini version of the Mothman. And they learn how to make these amazing drinks that only you suggest. And they would come to your channel. And so now you've created something, because he loves to make these drinks and the different food that he makes for them. So now you're giving him an audience because he wants the audience, because right now he's a gamer and he wants to do something different. So he can show his drinks and his food and talk about maybe the crazy days that he has. And so in that, he's now working with a little more intention, and he's working towards that now, so that he can create that online persona. And that's exciting. He's finding his why within working at Dunkin', but that's not what he wants to do forever. He wants to do, he's a graphic designer. He's an artist. He's a designer. He's 100 different things. And within that 100 different things that he is, right now he finds happiness, and he's creating a world of happiness within that, because he's living with intention, and he's creating purpose within that intention. It's simplicity, but there's happiness within simplicity. Sometimes you have to make what you have happy. You have to make what you have right, until you can make it all better. And maybe that's one of the things. So yes, maybe I found my why. We were talking about sativas and how people are, all right, so let me jump back to that now. See, look, boom, 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 boom. People are afraid of sativas, or at least until they learn. So I make tea with my sativas, and I'm dealing now with CBGAs. And I do like sativas that are high in THCV, which is the extended hydrocarbon. THCV helps regulate the blood sugar. It helps wake up zombie cells and circulatory within the body. It also directly attacks the pain centers of the body. It helps with your digestion, depending if you eat it. It could deal with your metabolism, and there's so much. And so it just depends on how you use it. I make tea, I smoke it, I keep letting this thing go out. Should be ashamed. Let me get a drink. I brought 2 different Dr. Peppers out here. And oh shoot, and there we go. One's going to explode. So we go to the other one. And I shouldn't be drinking it. Insane amounts of sugar right there. I mean, absolutely insane amounts of sugar. Thank you again, everybody, for joining me tonight on Highly Motivated, on a virtual smoke session, on a time just for us to get together and talk loosely about things where I will forget what I'm talking about and start talking about something else. And then I will eventually come back to it out of the blue, be like, hey, sativas, let's start talking about sativas. That's what you get. That's what this is. It's no intention that it's anything else. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think the show should be. It shouldn't be anything. This is exactly what it is. This is what it would be like if I came over and was hanging out at your house and we're on the porch smoking a joint. Except I'd be talking less. Not much less. I would take moments to breathe and give you a chance to talk. But that's what it'd be like. That's what this show is. It's just us hanging out on a porch, smoking a joint, talking about shit. Not politics, not religion, but energy, fusion, transfusion, metaphysical creation, manifestation. I don't know. That shit sounds like really big, but the big words, they sounded good. That means it's some good shit. Oh, before I forget, tomorrow, I know we're going to talk about sativas. Tomorrow, okay? Yep. It would be hysterical. So, tomorrow, I'm going to be in Sebring from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I'm going to be in the Sebring Goldflower Cannabis Dispensary location. And there's going to be a Meet the Grower. I love these things. These things are amazing. You get to come in, talk to the guy who knows everything. You get to come in, talk to the guy who, look, we're talking about organic, living soil, hand trimmed genius. The stuff that's coming out is the best flower that I have seen in all of Florida. Now, I would say we are on par. Like when I look at that and I see it come out cured and dried, and those beautiful, gorgeous trichomes are just glistening off the cannabis, off the flower. Wow. And then when you crack open the bud and it's just got that little sticky icky. It's got that, and it makes you smile. And you look at it and you're like, oh, I love it. It's fantastic. And that's what it is. That's what great cannabis is for a community, for a medical patient, for an individual that wants to smoke it, that wants to drink it, that wants to eat it. I don't want all the goodness off of it. I want all the goodness to stay. And I'm talking about the trichomes. Trichomes are gorgeous. Trichomes are amazing. Hey, wait a second. It looks like we've got a guest coming in. So this evening, coming to join the show, coming to hang out. We've got Stoners for Swag coming to hang out just to kick it with us. And I'm gonna want Mike to come and introduce himself. Say howdy to everybody. Here we go. Let me see if I work this right. How are you? Welcome.
What's up there, podcast people? What's going on, Oren? Happy to catch up with you finally.
It's good to catch up with you. We're just hanging out here tonight on Highly Motivated. Oh, where are you? What is this place? Oh, wait a second. We're going to see if we can get him back. Looks like he was having too good of a time. So let me try really quickly here. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, how are you? Oh, are
I'm
you
doing
over at
good,
the
man.
center right now? I
I'm at
just
the
saw
center
it.
right now.
You're
They're
at
having
the
karaoke
center.
night.
Listen, this place is in St. Pete. If you're ever in St. Pete, this place is called the Center. Now, the Center, over here, they do karaoke. They've got a kava bar. They do, hey, how are you? They do medical marijuana recommendations. They've got a doctor. They've got a community. They do yoga. Am I leaving anything out about the Center? There's a lot of shit they do over there. They're amazing. They're really nice people. And so when I go down to the center and I visit and I'm dropping things off, I'm talking to their doctor, I'm talking to the guy who runs the place or owns the place. Here we go. We're back again.
Woo-hoo!
So
Yeah,
that's
here
in
we are at the
St. Pete.
center.
You're
We're
getting a
starting to
live
catch
view of
up.
what's happening over at the center. I think that's exciting. I love that we can come from so many different places. We're having a porch session and we're having a joint and we're having it with Mike over at the center. He's popping in and out, but he's keeping it exciting. He's keeping it you know, full of things happening. And we're going to find out from Mike what's going on in just a moment. We're going to 1 second. Let me just pull up some things over here and make sure we can make sure everything's working right. Okay, boom. We're in, or we're trying to. Are you there, Mike? Let me So anyways, again, in case you're just joining us, this is Highly Motivated. We are here to just be community. Just be a smoke sesh. And we wanted to talk about intention. So earlier I was kind of talking about what intention actually is and why we need to live with more intention. But before I get there, let's talk about the sativas again. Oh, wait, we got Mike. Here we go. Mike, you there? It looks like we're losing him a little bit. He's coming, he's going. Maybe his connection is not the greatest where he's at, but we're going to keep trying to get him on. We're going to keep trying to get him into the podcast and see if we can't get him to join. Let me see. Is that any better? Are you? Nope. Mike, I'm trying. Every single time I click the thingamabobby, it does a little bouncy wouncies. You're in, you're out. Let me try again. Here we go. Oh, no, you disappeared. Here we go. Okay. You're in. He's in. Look at that. It's like magic. I don't know what's going on over there. It looks like he might be frozen. So anyways, I wanted to talk about sativas really quickly. So a friend of mine didn't know about the power of sativa and didn't know what sativas could do for them. The whole time thinking indicas were the answer for everything, almost being afraid of sativas and not understanding about THCV and how THCV, usually found in your Durban poison strains, Durban strains, uh, you'll find high levels of THCV, the extended hydrocarbon. Usually, and again, THCV becomes a cannabinoid through the drying and curing process, through a full sun representation to the flower. It must have full sun, not just an LED or an HPS. Well, I think it can have a full spectrum HPS LED mixture. I don't know. There's combinations that people are now able to get THCV. I remember hearing from a grower that he was like, no, it has to be outdoor, and it must be sun kissed, and also you'd go into such great detail. I love the people that taught me how to grow cannabis properly. They had such passion for the plant, and it's such an understanding for Mother Earth and how she works with the plant and makes something absolutely amazing. But we're talking sativas. So sativas are vasodilators. They open up the blood vessels. They get things moving within the body. If you smoke a lot of a sativa, it's going to affect you in a lot of a way. So it's not like it's going to, I mean, you smoke a little bit and then you smoke a little bit of a sativa and it will work a little bit into the body. And you give it a chance to kind of assimilate and work its magic. You smoke a lot of it in a short period of time and you're going to have a little more of, wow, whoo, sativa. Like when I started the show tonight, I didn't have energy. I didn't have motivation. I felt heavy on my soul. And in that, I wanted on the show to change my energy and change my motivation and change my direction. So I took out the big giant mule fuel, hybrid leaning sativa. It's delicious. It's a great strain. It's really beautiful cannabis. Mm. So here, live on the show, I think I closed it up. There we go. So here, live on the show, my whole mood has changed. My whole energy has changed. My whole direction for the rest of the evening has changed. And that feels fantastic. I feel on fire in a great way, a mental way, a physical way. After working an entire day, most times people come home, they sit on the couch, and that's it. They're done. They're done. They're done because their body and their mind and everything is just finished from the heat of the day, the energy of the day, the people, the PTSD, the you name it, and whatever ailments we might be dealing with. And so in that, I felt that when I came home, I wasn't feeling like I could do this show tonight. And through the energy of our community, through the energy of this joint, I'm 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 feeling more giddy, more excited about the rest of the night. Almost creative, almost adventurous. That means I didn't waste all of my energy on the daytime. I didn't waste all my creativity and all my intention, you know, without being able to bring some of that home in a good way, in a positive way, in a great intention. So I'm changing my energy with good intention for my home. That way, work-life balance is a little bit better. Mm. That's something we don't talk about enough. I just looked down. I saw this. I saw Mama said it's okay to smoke yourself retarded. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. My Mama said I can smoke myself absolutely retarded. That's what she said. Because Mama said. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that Mama said that because it's the truth. Mama knows. If Mama says that you can smoke yourself retarded, you listen to her. She knows what the fuck she's talking about. Show some love to your mama. Show some love to whatever parent you can. Even though you might disagree with them, even though you might not see eye to eye, show a little love, a little good intention their way. They're still learning every single day, and they don't always make the right intentions or the right choices, the right decisions, or the right directions. Doesn't mean you should fault them always. Still send love their way. It's always about love. It's always about affection. It's always about the heart. It's always about the energy and the time that you can't get back. So I'm just letting you know, one day, time stands still. And you look around and you're like, shit, I miss some people so much. And I can't get that time back. So fucking good energy, people. Good love. Good hugs. Good kisses. Good intention. Reach out to people that you love and you need to hug. They need a hug. Sometimes it's all we need. Just sometimes a hug helps. Okay. So I started the show. This is a sativa, by the way. And I wasn't feeling energetic. I was in pain. My leg was on fire. It was electrical pains going all up and down my leg. And so I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And as we got into the show, it's the energy of the community, the energy of the beautiful sativa, but understanding how a sativa can work for me. This sativa takes away my pain, which then regulates my body, which makes me tired, not falsely tired, but tired naturally. Like in this natural progression of being tired, not I'm home and the sun has beat me down, work has beat me down, traffic has beaten me down, and it does, physically and mentally. And I bring that energy home. And what happens? That energy has the wrong intention. Because the intention is to be good. The intention is to be happy and energetic and playful and play video games and race around on the floor with my daughter and make sure dinner's done and do this and do that and whatever. But there's chaos and there's this and there's that. And one energy leads to another and sometimes in the wrong direction. So with intention, we change our energy. With intention, we change how we're going to feel. So with intention, I am changing my energy. Just like that. Abracadabra. Mm. But when I said sativas can help, it's not just like this where it changes your energy or opens up your blood vessels or it regulates blood sugar or it can help with so I used to be over 300 pounds. And as I was also lazy and lethargic and depressed and down and no motivation in my life whatsoever, sativas helped. So smoking sativas brought me up and gave me more hope for life. Eating raw cannabis, raw bud, Eating raw cannabis, it's that's too funny. I'm just gonna put that up anywhere. Anyways, so eating raw cannabis, it's the fucking medulla oblongata over here. It is the medulla oblongata. Mama says, Mama's. Don't get me. I'm not singing about fucking medulla oblongata. Anyways, it's with intention. So the sativa helps my mood, but eating it, raw cannabis, can help your stomach and start healing the lesions within your stomach if you have lesions, or because if you're having acid reflux, you want to be able to heal that passageway. So you want to eat raw cannabis until you emaciate it in your mouth, until it turns into absolute juice, and then you swallow it. And you let it absorb in all the places that it needs to absorb all the way into your stomach. Mm. Then you make a tea with that sativa, Durban poison, THCV. You make a tea. So you get raw cannabis, you break up enough for like 2 joints, 3 joints. 2 joints is enough for 2 cups of tea. And get a loose leaf tea blend and one of those little steeping pots, these bowls of steepies. Yeah, I know, squirrel. And you put everything inside that motherfucker and you steep that tea. You drink some tea. So you can smoke it, you can eat it, you can drink it. And in that, I lost weight, but I also changed the fats that I was putting into my body. I was also changing. I was starting to positively manifest my day. I was meditating. I was creating. I was in with intention, changing how my day was going to start, how my day was going to manifest, how I was going to create everything. And so that to me was exciting when I learned how to be able to do that. And then earlier somebody said, I found my why. I found people. I found that people needed love again. They needed friendship. They needed just somebody. And look, you're going to love me or you're going to hate me. And that's life. I can't control how you feel about me. Mm. But I can still be there to help without without false intention, without wanting anything but to help and for your happiness. But that only helps me. And I'm open about that. I'm honest. By me pushing out good energy, by me pushing out and intentionally pushing out good energy to you, I'm getting it back 1,000-fold. When I was negative and down and only wanted bad for people because I was just bad and down on myself, so I just wanted it for everybody else, it changed the world around me. It changed the people around me. And I was responsible. Earlier, I think I mentioned it. You're responsible for the energy you put out there. You're responsible for changing the energy around you. And I almost let this go out. I'm fucking responsible for keeping this lit. But you're responsible for changing the energy. And when I was younger, I was creating a negative energy. And in that negative energy that I was creating other people's negative energy. And I was spreading that around me. So I was changing other people's direction and other people's lives because I wanted to be negative and I wanted to hate on myself and I wanted to hate on others and wish that upon. And that only came back to me. That only came back to me 1,000-fold. 1,000-fold that would keep coming back to me. And I would keep asking myself, why is bad luck hitting me? Why? Why don't good things come my direction? Well, if you're waiting for good things to come your direction, they never will. If you're waiting for something good to happen to you, it never will. You have to go out there and put the energy out there, the frequency, the vibe. You have to want good from good, or you're just lucky and you win the lottery. I don't know. But you have to want good from good. You have to put good out there. And sativas help me. They help me see the better with more energy and enthusiasm. And that's my intention, to have more enthusiasm and energy and positive direction and positive intention. It's not about seeing the good in people. Everybody's good. Everybody's bad. Everybody's both. And sometimes at the same time. And there's no fucking explanation for it. And if you're going to sit here and go, no, no, it's not how it is, then you're wearing a mask and you're trying to impress somebody or you're trying to be somebody you're not. If you understand your yin and your yang, you can work with it better. If you understand the yin and yang within you, you become it better. So don't deny it. Don't deny who you are and what you are. Understand it better to be able to intentionally want better, intentionally do better. So, when I was saying, so what are practicing ways of intention? Setting clear goals. Simple, see? Simple things I'm putting out there. Mindfulness in daily activities. Just mindfulness. Understand what you're doing and why you're doing it and do it with intention. Don't just be all willy-nilly. Even if you're living by the seat of your pants, there is intention in living by the seat of your pants. I mean, Anthony Bourdain, Chef Anthony Bourdain, incredible person as far as his food, his understanding, his sense and love for life. And that's why his immense depression was also something as well. But he lived and he promoted people living by the seat of their pants. That's what it was all about. Mm. Exploring an adventure, the journey. So I have to say, so I have to tell you that Griswold Lights, the grower, Troy, that's why I'm saying come meet the grower. All right, so tomorrow he's at Sebring. It's a bit of a drive if you're not close to Sebring. But if you are, if you are, then you can come talk to Troy about this because then he's going to tell you he's going backwards in the lineage chain. He's going backwards to the landrace strains. He's going backwards and he has found I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. I guess it's too late. I've already said it. He has found, he was telling me, I believe he found some of the original Durban strains, the landrace Durban. Oh my God. Shh. Shh. Let's keep this between us. Okay, I mean, I said it. You heard me, and it's out there. Shh. But he's going backwards in the lineage line to be able to get the original Durban out. That's amazing. I've also heard about Acapulco Gold. There are some, you know, and in that I'm oh good. And that's the thing. I think what's great is, hey, are you? Well, then is it true? Did I hear it right? So you never know who's on here, which is great because maybe I can get confirmation. But in that, I've heard some really great things. So I have short-term memory loss. I hear some shit. I'm pretty sure I hear it a certain way, and then I just go off on that. But we did talk about it, see? And that's what I'm telling you. We're going backwards. Okay. He did say it at the last Meet the Grower. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. But we're going backwards in the lineage line, and he's pulling out the original Durban, which is amazing. That is the direction we want to go. That's the direction we want to pull back on with those THCVs. But it's not just that. It's when you get back to those original landrace strains, then you can kind of pheno hunt directly around that. And wow. I mean, wow. Without getting too complicated within the strain, let's keep it simple. Let's go back to original health and ancient healing. And I do remember, okay, so that was how, all right. So it's going to be a while. It's not like it's going to be tomorrow. Durban's going to be ready. I never said that, but it's coming somewhere. It's coming somewhere many moons down the line, but it's coming. And if that's his baby, that'll be amazing. Um, and that's what's amazing about looking at the medical side of cannabis. Something like Durban poison or original Durban strains, landrace strains, Acapulco Gold, they can do wonders, wonders for the body. for the mind, for the soul. And especially when it comes to searching some of those terpene profiles and those variations within it and how they can heal and help us. So I think that's exciting and that's great news. So right there, everybody heard it. I mean, even though he's let it slip at the last Meet the Grower, he let it slip. He told both of us, he said it in front of both of us. Okay. So I didn't just hear it alone. But in that, that's cool. That's amazing. That's the kind of news and community right here that highly motivated is. We are highly motivated about the healing of cannabis. We are highly motivated about the healing of society through our efforts. Look, we are responsible for the energy of people around us. And we should have intention. You see, every time I do that, every time I'm saying like intention, I'm like, intention, like it's like an extra oomph to the word, but it's true. And in that, it reminds me to put intention behind, not just put the word behind, but the energy. And if by saying the word it helps me put extra energy into something, then fantastic. See, right there. Right there, it helps people keep their job, keeps down their MS, and helps regulate out the body. We are talking about going back to land races because medically it can help. And also, they are fantastic smokes. I haven't had an original Durban in a very long time. Very long time. This might be too hard to keep this thing lit. So when these things go out, they go out. Like when they go out, it's so hard to get them re-going because the air shuts off to the rest of the joint or the rest of the roach. So the cannabis inside stays green, stays fresh, and it's like when the heat, the vegetable paper sucks onto it and protects it like an encased baby. And so it's the magic of this thing. I love these things. So later when I open it up and put it into my pipe, it's super freshy. And so it's not, I don't know. And by the way, right here, the fact that Troy was there willing to talk to people, you don't find that. See, that's the whole Goldflower experience. It's it, it is turning everything around in the medical market in Florida. I'm telling people this is where it keeps everything different because you're up front. You're right there talking to the grower. You're talking to the guy who's helping with your medication and the direction of new strains and new ideas. And you can directly influence it because he's part of community. You're part of community. Isn't that fucking cool? That to me is so different than anything else. Pharmaceuticals can't be that. Beer can't be that, but medical cannabis is that because it's the community and it's cannabis and it's no cannabis at all. It's talking to a grower and finding out about lineages and backgrounds and history and finding out that they have such an incredible green thumb and they're helping to cultivate your medication. So right there, it's helping turn. I felt lost in the medical market here in Florida. I really did. And there are so many things now about Goldflower that really help reconfirm the 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 positive direction of medical cannabis in Florida. And right now, I have to tell you quickly, we're dealing with recreational. A lot of people are talking to me about recreational and what do I think and what's going to happen and am I worried about it? Vote yes on Prop 3 and da 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 da. Okay, let me be quick about this because I'm not political, but I have my own opinions. Is it good? It's good for progress. It's good for forward motion. I think personally, going recreational here in the state of Florida is actually good for medical because I want to say 11 million people voted for medical cannabis and not even a million people are on the registry. That means not even a million people have medical cannabis cards here in the state of Florida. Not even 1 million. I want to say it's like 800,000 something. Not even 900,000. I haven't checked the most recent numbers. So when we go recreational, if they vote that way, and I will also tell you why I don't think it. I don't think it could happen, or it might happen. We'll see what happens. Okay. So in that, say it's voted in. I mean, things happen. It's good all the way down. This mule fuel. See, look at that, all the way down to the end of this joint, and it's still delicious. So, say it gets recreationalized. It'll take a year to 2 years for them to figure out exactly how they're going to do that and exactly how they're going to implement that into the Florida marketplace. And for me, recreational will be just a tourist attraction. You can get an ounce of shitty weed. Maybe you'll have a bunch of different options of different cannabis, but the taxes are going to be high. The quality is not going to be amazing. And there's not going to be the same testing that medical has. With medical, there's no taxes. That easy. And you're buying from the same people, except you're buying better shit. You're buying shit that has to be tested in a specific way. It has, we have to know the terpenes. We have to know the TAC, the total cannabinoid count, and your not just your THC, but your other cannabinoids that are present within that as well. In the medical market, they still have to have CBD brands. Are you missing out in recreational? No. I mean, you'll be able to go back and forth and get both things, but concentrates will be limited in this law. Uh, THC will be capped, even though it's capped at a very high number, it'll still be capped. And I don't know if that's total cannabinoid count at 30% or just THC at 30%. I'll have to look into that. But going rec is not the dream everybody thinks it is. And so, yeah, see, I just saw that immediately. I saw it's baby steps to home grow. So home grow is not in this bill. And in order to have home grow, it would require an entirely new bill, not an amendment onto the bill, but an entirely new bill. And that can be 4 years down the road. I don't want to wait 4 years to grow beautiful weed. I don't, because I'm great at it. And I love to grow weed, not just to smoke. And this is one that people might be like, well, what do you fucking grow it for, Warren? For my garden. I grow cannabis for the garden. The beautiful flowers, the way she blooms and becomes. Wow. And or he becomes, whether I'm going with a male or female plant. They both have beautiful cycles and great benefits for a garden and soil remediation. There is so much that a botanical garden can benefit from growing cannabis sativa. I want to grow, but for the garden and for myself as well, just to play around with, just to test with. But yes, baby steps to home grow, but this can be so many years away. How old do I have to be in order I have to wait to be able to grow at home? I have to grow at home and I'm not going to be nervous about them coming in like federales and taking everything I own just because I want to grow and love a plant? Just because this plant can fix the air above me and remediate the soil below me? Just because this plant can heal the world in so many different ways? Paper, plastic, fuel, clothing, medicine. Holy shit. That's not a plant. That's a super human, super fuel, super need that the planet requires. And because of greed and control, it is held back and excited about whatever. I get excited. And that's crazy sauce. That's what we deal with. I am, by the way, I'm probably going to quickly check the Facebookie to see if I've missed any comments, because I know sometimes, no, no comments whatsoever. Nothing whatsoever. So good. Not going to talk to you then on Facebook. Turn that off. So anyways, so right there, that's baby steps to home grow, individual bills. But It's so many more years in the process. And yes, we have to start somewhere. And I understand. But we need minority licenses. We need social equity licenses. We need more support from the state for recreational, to the growers, to the cannabis dispensaries. Mm. We need, I believe, larger task forces. We need larger forces. And those forces task people, send them out that way and have them do some shit. That always happens every time I smoke mule. Oh, son of mule. Every time I smoke a mule fuel. Every time I smoke a mule fuel. I'm going to put this down now. I'm putting that down. Every time I smoke a mule fuel, I get a little crazy because it's so good. It gets me a little off a rocker, which. Oh, listen. I am so excited to see your light show. This guy does a now yeah, he's quickly shown me he does an amazing programmed music choreographed light show with your LED lighting at your house. So now you're programming something for Halloween. Shit, I wish I could see that for Halloween. That is so exciting. My favorite time of year, by the way. Favorite. And but that's pretty awesome. Congratulations on all that. That's really neat. I he's got a Griswold house with all the lights, and but except with the in the Griswolds. See, I love the name. When they turn on the lights, it blinds the satellites and the space center and everything. Um, but but awesome. So he's going back to program his Halloween light show. So stay highly motivated. And that's what's awesome about this right now. All this is a time for us all to get together, chit chat, talk about things, see what we're all up to. Tomorrow, I'm getting up super early. I don't even know what time it is right now. What is it? It's 9. Okay, I'm getting up literally in just a few hours. And I'm driving to Sebring. But I'm going to notify the doctors in the morning, letting them know that the day is going to be a fantastic party. Meet the grower at the dispensary with discounts. There's discounts going on at the dispensary. There's a chance to win a tour of the farm and other great prizes that the Meet the Grower events bring to the table. And also sometimes great information that you can only find out at the Meet the Grower. And then I'll tell you about it here on the show. I'll spill the beans. I will spill the beans here on Highly Motivated. But thank God there's backup. Thank God there are people here to back me up and say, we've heard this and we've heard this. And so light up citrus. Oh, you know something? Do you know what I have to continue smoking with just for a little bit? I put down the mule fuel. This right here is the third eye. It's more of an indica, I believe. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Fantastic. Everybody have a fantastic evening. Come out to Sebring. It is an adventure. Look, I want to tell you, Sebring, the dispensary there is like a wow. It's like I don't want to use like any words like it's a mecca of it's really built well. It's like a palace and it's a two-part building. And when you come in, you feel like it's a spa almost. And then they bring you through this corridor of lights, and then it opens up into this store with a giant fireplace, and it's very Vegas style. And wow, it is just incredible. It's a huge, beautiful location. And so I will be there tomorrow, meet the grower. Troy's going to be there, I hope. If and I'm not what I mean, I hope he's the grower. If he's not there, it'll be a dull event just talking to me. Uh, People are going to ask me questions. I mean, I've got the answers, but he's got the better answers. He knows exactly what he's talking about. So tomorrow's Sebring, wow, excitement like you wouldn't believe. Mm. I'm smoking a little bit of Third Eye, which is the T4 branding. T4 is Method Man, Wu Tang. T4, T-Cal. T-Cal, his brand is T-Cal or T4 or T. Man, it's Method. Yo, it is method. Method becomes the vibe. He is the vibe. So Method Man, his brand, Wu Tang weed, or it's not Wu Tang weed, it's Method Man weed. It's Third Eye. That's what I'm smoking right now is some Third Eye. And wow, smooth. I lit this right up and I was just like, that's just it's a great smoke. This is a half gram. So this one's a little itsy bitsy half gram, just a quickie itsy bitsy smoke. While we sit here and close up the show or finish it up. I say finish up the show, but I'm probably going to talk for another 15 minutes or 20 more minutes or an hour. No, 15 minutes. By the way, thank you again for everybody joining me here on Highly Motivated, a virtual smoke session. That's all it is. If you're looking to come talk a topic, let's chit chat about things. If you have questions about cannabis, let's talk. I'm here to answer those questions. The combination of cannabis, the effects that it has with other medications, how you can use it in combination to lose weight. I did. To regulate blood sugar. I did. Your cholesterol. It did shit for me. Nothing at all. My cholesterol is terrible. And I've really got to get my sugar better. Everything that I say that I'm preaching to do, I'm not doing. I have to do. I have to reduce my sugar. I have to reduce eating bread. I have to become more active in the morning. In the morning, I've been walking the property. So in the morning, first thing, I light a joint up. I walk the property. I feel the sun as it comes up, the heat of it. You know, I breathe in a few times. I sneeze a lot, and I breathe in the day. I breathe in the energy of the day. And as I take in the energy of the day, I manifest what I want. I create mentally what I want for the day and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. And nothing's going to stop me. And by the time I usually say that, I'm excited. By the time I say that, I am ready. I'm like, shit, let me finish smoking this joint. Let me finish getting dressed. Woohoo! Let's get out there. Let's have some fun. I approach the day with fun, with adventure. Mm, that is delicious. It's usually hard for a half gram to get rolled and started. This is from a hand roll machine, so it's not a cone. This is actually from a hand roll machine, which I prefer. I'm not a giant fan of cones. I think a hand roll machine is a little bit better, has better airflow, and it does. And this is a half gram, and half grams are known to run a lot, and it might. I don't think it will. It's packed well, and I'm treating it hard. I'm hitting it pretty hard, so a lot of heat is running through it, giving it the opportunity to run, but it won't. Look at that beautiful burn, gorgeous resin roll. That resin line that's forming around it, that shows how well the cannabis has been cured and how well it's been dried. Oh, and I just flicked off the ash. So the color of the ash also tells you the quality of the cannabis and not coughing. So if you're going to cough a lot, there are things making you cough in the cannabis, and it's not necessarily terpenes. It could be. Sometimes it could be. Certain terpenes have a certain effect that can make a person cough, but usually it's other things that shouldn't be in the cannabis, maybe fertilizers or nutrients that weren't cleaned or flushed. But if it's organic, well, nothing needs to be flushed, does it? That sounded like a big bug. So we're here and highly motivated, just bringing in the Friday night, bringing in the energy for the weekend, and bringing it in together. And of course, tomorrow I'll be in Sebring, 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock at the Goldflower Cannabis location. Oh, good, clearing out the throat. I feel better, or the lungs. I'll be out there. We're going to be spinning the wheel of prizes. We're going to be giving out prizes and grow tours. You're going to be getting a chance to talk to Troy and learn about the growing process, the light process. He really understands indoor lighting. And this is a huge deal when it comes to cannabis, especially in the commercial market. Indoor is a big deal. We need to be able to grow indoor properly with the proper lighting, spacing, heat, and temperatures and flow of airflow. And there's so much involved, especially when you're dealing with now. If you're doing hydroponics, there's not a lot of forgiveness. If you mess up the nutrients in the water in the tank, if there's too much of something or not enough, your cannabis really suffers. In dirt, we are dirt grown. Gold flower does dirt growing. There's a lot of forgiveness in dirt growing. And then in living soil, there is nutrient rich, there is life. And in life creates magic. That's what I love about gold flower. That's magical fucking weed. At least it is for me. I feel they've saved how I feel about the Florida medical program. I was starting to get a little depressed about our quality. I mean, I've tried everybody and I smoke everybody and I still smoke everybody and I still try everybody all the time. It sounds like I smoke a lot of weed. But I like to keep everybody on their toes. I like to let people know that I'm checking your shit. I'm smoking your shit. I'm a medical patient and I'm worried about what's going inside my body. I want the cannabis to be beautiful, just like the food that I'm eating. I want my broccoli organic, my bananas organic. I want my other crap that I throw into my body with some semblance of organic to it. Like at one point it could have been organic and I feel pretty good about that. And so but I do care about what goes in my body. Like, especially the water that I drink. I can't just drink water out of a plastic bottle. It's got to be ionized, alkaline water. You know, your water, what you're composed of, it matters. What water with what intention you put into your body matters. Okay, I guess this is a weird one, and I've tried this and I want you to try it. So, mm, so the type of water doesn't really totally matter because water is water. I mean, it isn't and it is, but you want water. And I know some of you are going to listen to me now and go, he's high and he's crazy. Okay. So I learned a while back about alkaline ionized, or I learned about ionized water when my mom was, before she passed away. We were trying so many different things to re center her body, maybe help her in any possible way, do things in combination. And at that time, I was learning about ionized water and how ionized water, the structure of it changes. And when you change the structure, it's able to be absorbed into the bloodstream very, very quickly. And the example was if you're hot outside and you go running indoors and you're hot, you need a drink, you're like about to pass out, and you've been working outside. You go and grab that water and you glug 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 glug, and then you put it down and then you run back outside and you can feel that water sloshing around in your stomach. That's regular water, and all of those nutrients. It's like it's hitting a chain link fence. Some gets through, some gets stuck. Mostly gets stuck. Ionized water, the structure temporarily changes, not for long because it goes back to its original state. And people use chemicals to be able to keep it in a structure longer, but I don't believe in that. On a natural side, you're temporarily ionizing the water, keeping it in a certain structure. In that structure, it's able to get absorbed into the bloodstream like this. And so the difference is you go run inside and drink a glass of ionized water and then go run back outside and nothing's sloshing around in you. Nothing. And you could drink so much of it, it gets absorbed directly in the bloodstream. So I had bought a machine, a Tyant home machine, where it was a titanium plate on the inside, ionizing the water, separating, and it would separate the acidic and the alkaline water, using the acidic to clean with or the acidic to do certain tasks or for the body if I need to shock it, but mostly alkalining the body because cancer cannot live in an alkaline environment. There were so many things I was learning and it was amazing. And then some people are like, all right, Warren, that stuff is bullshit. So they've been using this overseas in combination with other treatments for hundreds of years, if not longer. The ionization of water. And then you're like, well, but what else is that? It's just water. So water with intention. And tonight's show was supposed to be about intention, but I wasn't sure really. I mean, I was talking about it, telling you what intention is. We were going over it loosely, and then I, like a squirrel, squirrel, and I go look somewhere else, or I'm thinking something here, I'm thinking something there, but it's all about intention and water and intention. And I'm glad this kind of loosely came around to this. So, water. So now we come to ionized water, where the structure is temporarily changed. So if you can change the structure of water like that, you can also change it by talking to it. You can change it, and not by just saying nice words, but by feeling those nice words and being those nice words. So I did a science experiment where I tested this, and you're gonna be like, again, crazy shit. Well, it gets crazier. Mm. So the science experiment is you talk to water, a thin pan of water, in a see-through, in a glass pan, and you talk to it. And if you talk mean to it with mean intention, and then you put it in the freezer and you let it freeze, and you look at it, wow, wow, and then do it again, and but be nice and talk to the water and be like, "You're beautiful water. You are such gorgeous water. You glisten, you glide and move and slide. You are incredible water, and you're going places." And then you put that in the freezer and see the structure that happens. Water has intention. Words have intention. Words into water have intention. So positive water can bring positive vibes into the body. And now you're thinking, Oren, you're fucking Looney Toonies. Yeah, maybe. Who gives a shit? It works. It works. It works. So water has memory. Here's a great way to do it. That same sheet of water, the pan, and thin it, fill it thin enough with water so it can freeze pretty quickly, but enough to where the water covers the whole surface of this glass pan. And then take something, an object, lift up the glass pan and put the object underneath the glass pan and leave it there for a moment. Leave it there for like leave the water with that object there for 10 minutes. Just out there. 10 minutes. Come back, grab it, and then put that in the freezer. And then come back and look at the object. The object that was underneath the pan is frozen into the memory of the water. Look, I get all excited about shit like this because it's the simplicity we don't see. So I'm about to put a one and one together for you that is a little crazy, but it's helped me in my crazy ways to change my health, to change my intention, to change my energy and my direction, or at least to help me change it. Because sometimes I can't change it on my own. Sometimes my own motivation. So everybody's like, what's your secret sauce? What's your secret thing? This is one of them. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, and I've been thinking of doing it again because of, you know, it works, but you have to do it with intention. You have to do it with purpose. You have to do it with a want and a need and a direction and so water. Now I was talking about alkaline water, ionized alkaline water. So if you don't have a time machine, which is incredibly expensive, so if you don't have one of these giant machines that are incredibly expensive, they really are. They probably shouldn't be, but that's how these people make their money. And they sell filters to filter the water. You could do it without the blah 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 blah. So you can go to a Whole Foods or a health food store or a Trader Joe or whatever, blah, 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 and get water that is ionized alkaline water in bottles. Now, is it as good? It'll be fine. You can get, and by the way, I was about to say you can use almost any water. Water is water at a point, but it's got to be good, clean water to have good, clean intention. If this water has gone through shit, then there's a lot of positivity you're going to have to give to it in order to bring it over from the dark side. Your water's on the dark side. You're going to have to work on it. You're going to have to send it to therapy. You're going to have to give it daily morning motivation. You're going to have to give it cold sessions in the freezer. I don't know. That's a lot. This is a lot that we're going to have to do to this water. So you want good water. You want water with decent intention already. So in that, it's a wild water, isn't it? You want ionized water, so at least the structure can be manipulated. You want it alkaline, so at least it's positive and healthy for the body. So you pick this water up, or if you pick up a big jug of spring water, good spring water that you trust, as much as you can trust the water that you're picking up from wherever you're picking it up, whatever, water you trust. Put it into a glass carafe container, like a pitcher, like a glass pitcher, a clean glass pitcher, a pitcher. It's a pitcher. It's a thing, carafe, whatever. A carafe would be thinner, I guess. It's skinnier than a pitcher. A pitcher would be larger and could hold more water. Forget it. What my brain is thinking. Oh, that sounded creepy. Right behind. Wow, that was like a deep male voice. I wish. Okay, I'm back. Look, I manifest shit. Fuck it. That being said, pitcher, glass, water. Talk to it positively, energetically, with intention, with whatever intention you're looking to put out there. So when you talk to that glass, now if you're looking for personal development, energy, motivation, enlightenment, talk to the water like you're strong. You are more powerful than you even know. Your energy is of lions and lionesses and entire community of strong blooded animals. You have power, you have energy. You're going to be exciting and powerful. You're going to move in upward directions with great energy. And you keep talking to your water like this. And I know right now you're sitting there thinking, how far off the cliff is he going to go? Do it. Talk to your water. Talk to your water. And then drink that water first thing in the morning. Drink it. Water has power. Good water for your body has power. We are made of 70% water. 70% of all this crazy shit is water. Water. So you powerfully charge that water, maybe with great music, maybe with motivational speaking, maybe like you don't feel like you want to talk to the water. Maybe like people are looking at you and you're talking to your water and they're like, you're listening to Oren way too long. They're, is it working though? When you do it, it works. You talk to the water with positivity and energy and motivation. And if you can't do it, then get your phone, turn your phone on close to the water on a motivational speaker and have a motivational speak to your water. And then drink it. If you like it chilled, well then maybe, just maybe, this is just an idea, putting it out there. And actually I'm liking this idea that I've just manifested in my journey. Make ice cubes. Make positive ice cubes. Ice cubes with positive intention. So so that water that you speak to in that jug with positive intention, with motivation, with energy, with excitement, with great direction, then you pour that water into an ice cube tray. And then you take that ice cube tray and you put it in the freezer. You can still drink some of that water, but put it into the ice cubes, freeze it. And now, later, when you're drinking other things, pop in a little bit of positivity. Pop in a little bit of excitement. Maybe you make different ice cube trays for different energies. Like this one's excitement, this one's optimism, this one's happiness. This one is more of a sense of community and strength. This one is just pure positivity in the darkest of days. I mean, you could have like 6 or 7 different ice trays, all charged with positivity in different ways, in different understandings of positivities, or like I say, my enthusiasm for life. So enthusiastic ice cubes. I don't know how to be able to bring that to the entire world, but I am drop in a little bit of positivity. I am wowed by my creative Don't worry, I don't. But wouldn't that be neat? Wait a second, I'm serious. I'm serious about drinking the water, but making ice cubes was just kind of like out of my ass right now. Mm. But isn't that kind of great? Isn't that great? Think about it. Ice cubes of positivity. Drop it into anything that requires a little chill and a little positive direction in your ice. But so basically it'd be a factory full of people talking to water that would then be shipped out that you could freeze at your leisure. But it would have to be like guarded the whole way so nobody's speaking to it wrong. It's not treated wrongly, or handled wrong. It's been delicate the whole way. It's been delivered to your door directly. Your ice of positivity. I really like it. What am I going to do with it? Nothing. I have time for nothing. I have time not even for myself. I don't even have time for my family. And I feel terrible. I really do. I mean, I try to make time, and I do make time. I fit in time everywhere I can, and you have to make time. There has to be balance. I enjoy my work. I love what I do. I love my work. I love cannabis. I love people. I love healing. I love positivity and energy, motivation. I love that stuff. And that's my work. So when I come home, I'm always working because I love it. I enjoy it. And I enjoy doing it with my family. But they look at it like work. So they feel there should be a separation of work and family, or there should be a better balance. And I agree, there should be a better balance. There should be a better balance. There should be more home time and not work. So even though I enjoy what I do for a living, I've got to be able to put it aside. And I don't know where the hell I was talking about that. I don't know. That's the great thing about the show. You start to forget what you're talking about. The weed is good. The community is great. The people are awesome. And that's what you are. This show is about you. This show is about positive forward motion in your life as well. And again, I'm always reminding people to bring 10% more kindness to your day in every conversation, in every interaction, in everything you do. And don't forget about yourself. Look, work-life balance. That's what I was talking about a second ago. Don't forget about your family. Don't forget about your home. Don't forget about your kids. Don't forget about yourself. Because if you forget about you, then you can't bring shit to anybody else. And like today, I came home beat, burnt to a crisp. I felt like the sun really had its way with me. I just didn't have energy for anybody or anything. And the show I feel has reinvigorated me. You guys have reinvigorated me. All of you have. Your presence here on the show has reinvigorated me. Wherever you're coming from, wherever you're listening, I appreciate you. I thank you. And I'm sorry if some of you are putting comments in places and I don't see them. I do see comments from YouTube work, and Twitch work over here. And I'm just gonna peek. I'm just peeking to see if I'm missing something, which of course I'm sure I am. I am sure I am. Dun 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 dun. And let me see. No, no, no comments. No comments. Right, right. No problem. But we have people watching there as well. That's awesome. So tonight we were talking about intention and putting intention into your water. I, that's something I haven't done in a long time, but I'm going to start doing again. Like tonight, I'm going to get a pitcher out. I'm going to fill it with water, and I'm going to talk to it positively. I'm going to put positive intention out there and what I'm looking for and what I need from myself that water can help. I'm looking to work on my weight control. I'm looking to work on my circulation in my body. I'm looking to work on my positivity. Even more positive I want to be. Even more enthusiastic, more energetic. I'm asking the water to help move the energies in my body and move everything to its right places. Why am I so bloated? I don't know. So I'm going to ask the water to help move my body and get things moving. Maybe that's what I need. I need positive reinforcement through the water that I'm drinking. Maybe I'm dehydrated. Maybe I'm not even drinking enough water. And even in its in its simplicity, it helps me through hydration alone. Whatever. But I'm going to so I'm going to go make positive water. And I think that is a great forward step. Now, making ice cubes from it, try it. I'm going to try it. Of course I am. I have these little ice cubes that are skulls. So I need better ice cubes trays. There are little ice cube trays that there's I make my mold chocolates. So I have little skull chocolates that I make. I'm doing for Halloween. Very excited. It's one of my favorite times of year. And this year, I am a pirate. Not because I have to be. I want to be a pirate. And when do you ever have to be a pirate? So this year, I'm going to be a piratey pirate. I don't know which kind. Maybe a gothically steampunk pirate. Yeah, so whatever. But I still thank you all for being here tonight on our virtual smoke sesh, on a chance for us just to kind of get together. And I'm going to see if, I've missed anything. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. No, I haven't. It's just messages about the weather and emails about the weather, and then I'm getting messages about it. But the weather seems lovely, and that's what we're going to go with. Actually, the temperature has dropped. So right now is one of my favorite times of the night. And it's really, really quiet. I mean, other than the bugs, and not all of them, but they're being kind of quiet tonight as well. Now I'm getting creeped out. Why is everything so quiet? Anyways, I'll be loud. The serenity of it has brought serenity to me. The environment has kind of brought like a sense of, and I sprayed myself down with a lot of bug spray, only because there are a lot of bugs out here, but I think they're trying to attack me through the shirt. And so, but pretty much the spraying I have done has fended them off. So they're probably attacking everything else. That's why everything's quiet. They're like hiding from the mosquitoes. They're like, shh, don't say anything. They're one went straight out. Shut up. Shut up. He's coming over here. I told you if you're going to make a sound, mosquito's going to come over here and that's it. He's going to bring all his friends. So anyways, we were talking about making ice cubes with positivity. So try it. Talk to your jug of water and then pour that into the ice cubes or into your ice cube maker. So you can have automatic positivity being made into your ice cube tray. That's another great step in ice cube future of ice cube positivity making. That's what I was going to say a moment ago. I envision a factory, a everybody has their own little cubicle of positivity that has like flair and pictures and maybe movies playing, music going, anything that helps them feel amazing and enthusiastic and authentic and themselves and the greatest energy that possibly can, and a little conveyor belt that goes through with glass water, because glass is the greatest way to transfer. Plastics are terrible unless of course they're hemp plastics, and if it's a hemp plastic, well, then there's more positive intention in that, and it's biodegradable as well. So it's also good for the planet. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, moving on. So that's why I refer to glass containers, meantime, and not plastic, even though I'm using a plastic container and I'm drinking the devil's water from here. It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. But I envision a factory full of people in these little cubicles, and every time water would come their way, they would stop and be like, "You're amazing, water. You're so beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're strong. You're talented. I feel motivated from your presence right now. You are like, I want to say like magical water. If water could be a unicorn, that would be you. That's the kind of water that you are." And then the water continues down this conveyor belt to another room or another cubicle where another person also imbues it with positivity and 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 positive forwardness. And so, and then eventually the water goes and gets either bottled or shipped at that point off to its final destination. I don't know. This is my short-term positivity factory. It would be a place. Now that I'm looking at it, it'd almost be like a sweatshop for positive water. That would be some rough stuff right there. I don't know. That can go really bad directions. Anyways, positively charge not just your water, but water would be the most important because it holds shape, holds memory. Water is us. We are water. We are comprised of water. So keep that in mind. And that's been a great talk tonight. I feel good about it. I think this has been a fun Friday night, just kind of getting high with y'all and talking about positive intention, living with intention. You know, hey Pepper, how you doing? So that's Pepper. Pepper is a holy terror. You give Pepper the opportunity, she's going to knock everything down. Just because she wants to be part of it, but that's okay. I understand. I can't be mad at her. I mean, if I were a cat, I would be totally in everybody's shit, like 24/7. I don't think I'd let anybody I'd be like, hey, pick me up, pick me up. I said, pick me up, meow, 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 pick me up. You hear me, don't you? I don't know why the hell they're not picking me up. I'm talking to other cats, like, meow, 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 to the other cats. I don't know why they're not listening to me. I mean, I'm being very clear with what I'm saying to them right now. You heard me, meow, 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 meow. Now. But it's like they're just not. Anyways, that was me digressing into cat mode, whatever mode that might have been. That was my temporary lapse into catness. If I were a cat talking to humans and other cats in the vicinity about my conversation with humans, that's pretty deep. I'm just going to let you know. Pretty deep. On so many levels. So many levels. But again, thank you everybody for coming tonight. Thank you for joining and being part of this event and this movement and this moment. I feel moved, and you should feel moved, and you should take that energy into the weekend. You should take positive water as a great, I don't know why I keep itching right here. You should take positive water as a great start. And I say that because, again, positively imbue your water and close it off, put it in the fridge, and drink it whenever you need it. Drink it then, drink it whenever you need it. I don't think it lasts forever. I think the structure or memory of the water maybe dissipates after a while because it's influenced by other outside factors. So the fresher your positivity water is, the better. That's why I say freeze ice cubes because you're freezing in the positivity and goodness. See, I have to smile when saying it because it does sound silly, but who gives a shit? Who cares if it sounds silly? Positively imbue it, put it in the freezer, freeze them ice cubes, and now you are dropping in bits of positivity when you most need it. And you're chilling your drink. It's a twofer. A twofer. Who doesn't like a twofer? Wow. Okay. We I don't even know where we are. And this is fantastic. I'm drooling. Look, I am drooling for you. That's what happens on Highly Motivated. You get together with Oren. We're gonna get high and he's gonna drool. And he's gonna ramble on about some shit. And then he's gonna forget what he's talking about. And he's gonna talk about that he forgets what he's talking about. See the paradigm? Paradox. Para something. Let me tell you what. I was gonna go back to my notes and I was like, why? Why? Who gives a shit? At this point, we've talked about positive water. I think that's the most positive thing we're getting out of tonight's show. And the beautiful mule fuel that I was smoking, which is delicious, and others agree. And we've also learned that meet the grower tomorrow at Sebring from 12 to 3, Sebring, Florida. If you're in the area, come on down. Meet Troy, talk to him about his wondrous knowledge about plants. And yeah, and get some great cannabis at a great price. Also, remember that Goldflower Cannabis does free same day delivery. You heard me. Free same day delivery. When I found that out, that's like 80% now of how I get my cannabis. Free same day. Boom, boom, boom. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it starts. Look, no traffic, no gas, free same day, free same day delivery. I don't know why more people don't jump on top of this. It's like once they, and I tell them, and they're looking at me. So it's free. I'm like, yeah. And it's same day. Well, as long as you order by a certain time, yeah. And it's free same day delivery. Yeah. They're like, wow, that's amazing. I need to get that. But what if I'm at the office all day? You can have it delivered to your office. You can have it delivered wherever you are. I mean, that to me is the coolest flipping thing. Anyways, moving on. Yeah. So today we're just getting high together, talking about blah 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 blah. And I appreciate you for coming to listen to my blah 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 blah. But as a community, we are here to blah 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 together, positively and positive intentions. So do things with intention. Live with intention, work in intention, move in intention, but make sure it's within good, positive intentions so that these things can come back to you. All right, the bugs must be like all the places I wasn't able to spray bug spray, they've got to be attacking me now. That's what's happening. So that's when I end the podcast, when I know that the bugs have taken over. You have won. All of you have won. All the bugs have won. The second I'm going to turn this off, they're all just going to pile in and just take over the area. So thank you for joining me. And you can see me again. We're going to come here through the restream to all these different networks that you're catching me at. But you can catch me on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, um, through this. And then Instagram only on Sundays through InstaChacha. And then later on, we restream again on this probably Sunday night. Maybe. We'll see. But that's what we're trying to do. Sunday is the next restream evening that we're trying to get into. Oh, you know what a great trick is? Okay, so when the bugs are driving you crazy and you can't get them away from you, here's what you do. You put your hand up like this. So an Indian cat taught me this trick, even though there's a bug on me right there. You see that? See that? The bug was like, I don't care what you're doing with your hand. I don't care. The trick doesn't work. So this Indian cat said, look, if you're in a place and the bugs are driving you crazy and you can't get them away from your face, all right, put your hand up like so, like just like that. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, be strong, be brave. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I don't know if the guy's messing with me, right? By the way, the whole time I've done this, have you noticed now? The bugs aren't around my face. And they're now leaving me alone. So other people might be around. They're going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Is he waving to me? Or, hi, Oren. Hey, and I'm like, what? 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 Hey, hi. What? I'm not waving, but they think I am. So everybody always thinks I'm waving. But look at this, no bugs. So the Indian cat was like, and he told me about an incredible creationism story for the Cherokee tribe, where I was staying on a Cherokee reservation for like a year with the family in the RV because it broke down, and I was working at the pawn shop, a 24-hour pawn shop, which was wild, and I was also working over at the camp where we were staying. So look at that. The trick he told me is the truth. You put up your hand, and the bugs move to where your hand is. But then your hand gets tired and you put it down and all the bugs come back in a furious nature. Like, you confused us. What is going on? But we're back. And it's not like they even come to the hand. They avoid. Like, they'll come over here and they're like, I don't know what's going on. There's a hand up. What is he doing with the hand? Why is the hand up there? That's how the bugs are acting. I'm living for you through them, bug language. See, I keep telling you I'm going to get off, and what do? I just keep talking. All right, I'm going. Bye. Have a good night. Bring great energy into the weekend. Bring great energy into the week, into the month, into the year, into everything you do. Bring great, beautiful, natural, authentic energy. And you do that, and everything around you changes. You push out amazing ripples from your pond, and amazing ripples come back to you. It may take a little time, but they do. And you got to believe in it, and you got to keep pushing it out there. I believe in you. I believe in you, and I believe together, all of us can help change the intentional energy of the world. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful weekend. We'll talk again soon. You'll catch me. I'll be there. I'll come on one of the thingamabobbies. Have a great night. Ciao. Oh, see me tomorrow. If not, Sebring, meet the grower. 12 to 3. Meet Troy. He's an incredible mind. Okay, bye. Go. Wait, where's the thing? I don't even see where the thing is now. Now I can't see? I feel like I'm looking at it and I can't see it.